Hi everyone, I'm EHPro and today I'm gonna show you how to make this app with my new web framework called Ophose. So basically you can go there, you can leave some comments, this, hello, I really like this, as you can see, I can reload and everything will be there. I can leave a like, remove some likes, I can go on the homepage with every pin that has been created, I can go on my profile, just right there, and I can see my pins and my likes. Hi everyone, I'm EHPro and today I'm so excited to finally introduce you to my new web framework called Ophose. So basically Ophose is a web framework that is built on top of JavaScript and PHP and allows you to create full stack application from scratch really fast and really easily. So to get you started, there is this website at ophose.ehpro.ether that basically introduces you to the framework. So this is how you can create a component like that, okay, and how you can easily craft applications, some features, and how to use the backend. So today, in this video, to fully introduce you to Ophose, I'm going to build Pinterest, so this application from scratch. So to get you started, there is some tutorials that are really useful. So I will basically assume that you read that before we get into it. So component and live, offers and everything. And there is the documentation, also the documentation where you can find the API reference on everything. So to get you started, you first have to go on the GitHub, just right there, and you can grab the last release. So there. Just download the zip file, as simply as that. Okay, so you will open it. I will assume that you already have a PHP server, but it's not the most complicated part of the tutorial. Make sure you have every extension installed, so PDO, MySQL, and everything. Make sure you have them before getting to it. So I have an empty server at the moment, so if I go there, it won't work. It's normal. So you can just drag and drop the project as simply as that up right there. And if I just refresh up, there is the application. So that's the basic application you go with. So you can toggle the theme, and if I'm running something there, it automatically updates. So it is a really simple example of how Ophose is working. So to get us with that, you can open Ophose with your favorite code editor. So for myself, I mainly use VS Code. There is everything in it. So I really enjoy this code editor. And so here is the project. So don't worry about the .vs code. It's just simple snippets that allow you to create class faster. There is the component path. So the components, basically, this is where all component will be. So for the component, at the moment, we have the base component. So the base component will contain the layout of your application, meaning that if you go from pages for pages on your Ophose application, it won't reload because otherwise the navigation wouldn't be like seamless and would be like hard to watch, So this is the base application. So make sure you have this .props.children that is returned within the base to make your page displayed. And that's basically everything. So there is this simple wrapper. The style method, you might have read that, but let's recap it. It will return the style of your component. So this will have this style with the margin of D1 and auto, the max width, the width, and the styles return an object with some screen size. So for example, MD, that means medium, for the medium size, so the medium screen size. And on medium, this component will have this style. So basically, environment are the backend of your application, but we will see that later. It will be cool. You have the Ophose folder, so where the Ophose code is, your pages, and your public files. Okay, so there is also the project.oconf. So for that, you can basically configure all you want. So I'm gonna create a Pinterest clone. Perfect. I'm gonna disable and plug in my computer. Yeah, just like that. Okay. So I might want disable Copilot because it won't be useful for this project. So the name is the name of your application. The production mode is if your application is in production mode or not. Yeah, basically. So having your application in the production mode will load all your components faster. So your JS files and JavaScript files will be built into one file, allowing the user to have only one file and then not looking for every file each time. But if you make any modification, it won't happen. So make sure to leave this for the when your app is finished or for production mode. The project ID is so the project ID it is useful because if you have several projects on the same server, on the same PHP server, there may be some conflicts. So make sure to use the project ID. And these are the dependencies. And so in the dependencies, we have the database, the storage, the starter, and the out environment, except for this is a component package. But it does have like some useful resources that we need. So I didn't talk about the API key because it is what we're going to do just right now. So let's go back to the Ophose. You can go on your account, just create one if you don't have it right now, and you can just copy your key. So the API key, the API key is used to fetch some environment, basically. So I can just pass it over there, and I can save and close the file by now. So don't worry, I will change it once this tutorial is finished. But at first, now I'm ready to go. So I will run PHP OCL off. So OCL is a file for your command. OCL off is my environment, and I will install everything. So basically, there is some errors. So why is because some environments are requiring the database, but it is not installed yet. So I need to go to my database environment just right there in the all configuration, and then I can create a database. So if you're XAMPP, you can just go on phpMyAdmin. Yeah. So I'm gonna call it Pinterest. I'm gonna create it. Perfect. So it has been created. I'm gonna use this base. So Pinterest over there. For the username, it's root, and the password is empty by default. So now, if I rerun this, everything has been created successfully. You see, reinstalled 2. That's the one that failed before. And if I refresh this page, Pinterest, yeah, there is the user and the storage tables. So it is basically the dependencies we installed before. So for the auth, we have the user, and for the database, we have the storage. I'm gonna add a really great environment called model, allowing us to easily manage database and database data, basically. So I might take the latest version like that. I'm gonna install everything. And that's perfect. Yeah. And by now I should have my model and everything. Okay, that's perfect. So by now we're ready to go. So what we're doing first is a front end. So let's go with the front. So in the index page, I'm gonna throw basically everything. I think so. Yeah. Yeah. So I can just type OCP with VS Code and then it will create the index page. Perfect. So we have our index page, and don't forget to use this function to export the page. So you're allowing to know Ophose that this page will be used for the index page. Perfect. Okay, so by now what I want to do is I have a model right there. Okay, so we're going to create this page with Ophose. So as you can see, there is a header over there, and then the page. So I'm gonna make something kind of easy to begin with, but it should be great. Okay, let's do it. Perfect. So I have my component base. I want to create a base slash header that will contain the header, basically. So you can type OCC to create the header like that, and then you can just go on. So I'm gonna return a header with two div. With a div inside of it, I want the logo H1 over there. So yeah, I'm gonna explain to you Pinterest. So basically, when you're writing function with the underscore, it means that you're returning an Ophose object with this tag, and then every objects that are after in arguments will be the children, except if the second argument is an object like that without underscore in it. It will be the properties of this tag. So for example, if I put a ID there called header right there like that, I'm a first do it like that, okay. And then in my base, I'm gonna throw everything. I'm gonna call it Pinterest first, yeah. For the style, I don't want nothing, so I'm gonna just throw this function. And yeah, I want to return the new header right there. Okay, so yeah, maybe there. Yeah, perfect. So to do it, as you can see, there is a C right in there. It means children. So basically, if I wrote children, there it will be the same thing. It is the children of your Ophose object. So the div will have these children, the header and this object, this Ophose object. So I want to import my header, the header I created before, sorry. So to import it, I can just write header like that, and then it is in my component folder, in my base folder. So I'm gonna just write Ophose import component base header without any .js, and it should be working. So by now, if I'm going on my application just right there, Pinterest, perfect. That's what you want. I might use Tailwind CSS to go faster and create a really cool UI. So I can just use the CDN right there, like that. And I'm gonna use Bootstrap to Bootstrap icon, so I can use up this CDN. Okay, perfect. So I'm gonna just copy and paste. This will be there. Okay, perfect. So if I basically, when your application is loaded, the base is the first thing of your application that will be loaded, except if you have some import, then your import will be loaded before. But if you have the base, it will be the first component that will be loaded, So what I want to do right now is import my dependencies. So I can just write dependencies, and now I can import script. So maybe for Bootstrap is a CSS. So yeah, just like that, perfect. So what I want to do is to import CSS, and you can see it's really easy. If I want to import the CSS, I can just write the path of the CSS, and then everything will be done. So it would be the same if I have a public CSS, then I could just write, for example, that, like just the relative path of the server. But I have this, and then I have the script for Tailwind. So the Tailwind CDN is there, so I can just copy and paste to. And by now, if I just refresh my application, you can see that Pinterest has been made. So that's what we want, and that's perfect. I'm gonna add the class name. So for it, let's put a padding of 4 maybe, a position sticky on the top of 0. So like that should be good. If there I want to add text size of 2 pixel, yeah, 2 pixels, sorry, like that, it should be great. Yeah, perfect. So to make it a little bit clearer that it's the header, I can add a between neutral of, let's say, 50. Yeah, perfect. Text red 500. Not that bad. Maybe I should remove the logo. It would be better. And anyway, yeah, that's what we wanted. Okay, Pinterest, I'm gonna add a dot at the end and hop. Wait, ready to go. Then another div, we add the link. So I'm gonna put it like that. Okay, and inside of it, so if I want to create a link with the starter pack of AH4 of mine, there is a component called link. So it will allow us basically to go through pages without reloading the application. So let's import it, OMC up like that, and let's just write at, because it's not our component, so I need to specify that we're in an installed dependency. So EH4 starter, yeah, EH4 starter and link. Perfect. So now I'm gonna make all my link there. So let's say new link. And basically, if I want to put thing in it and attributes, I can just write it like that. It's really easy to get. So I'm gonna make a link about that will get it on about. Perfect. Let's see what link we have. We have watch, explore, about. Yeah, I'm gonna just make the about and explore maybe, and then I'm gonna make my button to log in. So explore like that, okay. And I know what I want to do. Basically, I can do it like that. Okay, so if I'm refreshing, that's it, what it's giving us. That's my fault. Yeah, perfect. Okay, slash about and slash explore. Okay. Oh yeah, and okay. So I'm doing whatever right now. I'm sorry. Uh, let's just write it like that. Okay, and like that. Okay, that was my fault. Okay, so by now I can do a flex there and justify between with item senator like that. Okay, and I have everything I want, so that's perfect. So for this, I'm gonna add a class name with flex 2 item center and a gap of, let's say, 4, and I want to add a new button that will redirect us on the login page and on the signal page. So for the login, let's say for the login and to register, I'm gonna put it like that, so it should be great, and that's perfect. Okay, so I will add the class name to there, and so inside of it, I want a text white, a rounded bool with the padding of x of a and py of 4, like that. Okay, and let's see what. Yeah, okay. So it's a little bit big. I didn't expect it to be that big. Yeah, let's do like that. What is giving us? Yeah, perfect. Okay, so we're kind of close to what we wanted to do. I'm not sure. Yeah, I'm gonna make the same for this one. And just add like that. Okay. So text white run did full pigs for the same, but by now I don't want to change the text for the login button. I'm gonna add a space there, and let's say basic neutral of 200 maybe. Yeah, okay, that's what I wanted to. So that's kind of perfect to me. I'm gonna remove the BG neutral there. And by now, yeah, we have the Pinterest page. So I didn't make out of the button because I think it's kind of useless. Let's just add the space. Sorry about that. Let's just see. Pair 4. Yeah, that's that. Okay. Pair 8. Okay, and I can basically add a font bold there. And okay, we're ready to go. That's perfect. That's what we wanted to. Okay, so by now we're ready to go. Perfect. So now we have something closer to the Pinterest logo, as you can see. So that's perfect. So if I go there, the page doesn't exist. As you can see, it doesn't exist, but that's great because even if it doesn't exist, I still can have the header. You see, we're on a different page, but we still have the header. So that's perfect. So let's make a redirection button for there. So rather than that, I can write. So that should be okay by now. Yeah, perfect. So we're going on page that doesn't exist, but it still works. So that's perfect. So now it's for the page. This is what is displayed if we're not logged to the application. But we want to display something different if we're logged. So let's do it. I'm gonna create a new live variable that will be in a const there. It's a good practice to do. So I can call it, yeah, I'm gonna just call it live. The user, I'm gonna make it null. So new live, null, perfect. So by default, this will be null. So what we want to do now is create to make something display different if user is a set. So basically, a live is if you already used React before, is kind of the same of use state. So basically, when you will display it on your application, this application will automatically update as the value change. So for my header, if I'm logged, what I want to do is to hide these two. So what I can do there, perfect. I can create a new place live with my live. So the live will be live.user. And what I want to do is to get the user. Perfect. And then as we get the user, so the last argument is a callback with the user. So what we want to do there is to return something. So we're going to return that. So if user is not set, then we will return that. So that's conditional rendering. So as you can see, it's like that. But now, if the user is logged in, I want to return something. I want to return something that will show that it's logged on the application. I can add a new link that will go on my account. So let's say /me at the moment. And we can show a picture of the user. So let's say an image like that. And with the hierarchy of that, the class name will be that. And we need the add for just for good practices. I like to put an alt, so an alternative text. So let's say I don't know, like the user profile picture, and let's look for a cool picture. Let's take this one looks fun. Yeah, so I'm copy the link address, paste it there, and for the class name, so I want something that is not really, huge. So like that, okay. And for the class name, I'll leave it like that too. So for the class name, let's say width of 8 and age of 8, and let's see what is given to us. It will give you nothing because we are not logged. But I think I didn't explain. So basically, this is your live that you're calling, and this is the callback. So the user will be the value of this live. So when it's null, it will go there. But if it's not null, let's set it to, I don't know, maybe true. Yeah, your image will be displayed there. So that's what we want. That's perfect. Is it displayed? I don't think it's displayed. Yeah. I need to put border first. I think so. Yeah, perfect. Okay, so by now we have something that is looking kind of great, Like there we have my account and everything. So what I can do is that when I will click on there, I want some a nav bar, that will show when we click on it. So to do this, I can create this show bar. Okay, that will be a new live like that. Okay, new live with false by default. So what I want to do right now is that when I click on it, I want it to be displayed. So what I can, yeah, basically I got it. An image can't have children. I'm so sorry. I feel kind of, yeah, whatever. Okay, so let's say top 4 and right 4. Maybe top 12 and right on 12 maybe. Let's see what it's giving us. Yeah, okay, that's perfect. Great. Let's see what it's giving us. Yeah, perfect. Okay, I'll make a gap of 4. And I'm gonna make sure like that. Yeah, perfect. So if I just select other thing, it should be great. So I can delete this one because it won't be useful anymore. Yeah, perfect. So I can go on my account, on logout, and everything. So that's great. That's what we wanted. That's really great. So I'm gonna leave the user live to null by default. Leave. Okay, perfect. And now we have our button back. Perfect. So I want to make something great, something like that. So on the index page, what I want to do is to add a title, bring your creativity. Maybe share would sound great. Share your creativity with everyone. Yeah, just put a smiley like that. I can add a little paragraph on top of that. Oh, share, sorry. Up and thing. Pinterest is a platform where you can share, like, and interact with, I don't know, let's say content creators through the world. Okay, perfect. So I'm gonna make that, and then if I go there, up. I'm gonna just add a gap there of, let's say, 8. Yeah, it should be great like that. Okay. Yeah, so in the background, I can add some picture. So to do that, I would just create a div that will have a class name like that and some children. So for the children, let's say I want image with some source like that. Add image for background and a class name just right there. Okay, so let's say for the image, let's find some good pictures. Let's take this one. It should be great. Copy. Yeah, just right there. Okay, and for the class name, I want a grid with let's say 9 column. Let's see what it's giving us. Yeah, perfect. That's exactly what I wanted. So I'm kind of satisfied with it. Let's say I want it in a container. I want the whole thing in a container. So the W size should be container and mx auto. Yeah, perfect. That's perfect. Okay. That's perfect. Let's say I want it to be relative. Okay, so basically I added item center on the grid. So it's not looking exactly like Pinterest, like because it's not aligned, but I think it's looking kind of great for what we want to do, I believe. So let's just move on. So basically we have our feed, we have the home page. So now what we want to do is to do a page for the pin. So as we run it, you can see the address is pin/1, so pin/ the ID. So when I'm there, what I want to do is simply is simply going through it. Okay. What I want to do there is to create a dynamic page. So to create a dynamic page, I need to create a folder. So for this is pin. So I want pin/id. So id is a dynamic root. So when there is a dynamic root, what we can do is create a folder starting with an underscore to specify that it's dynamic, and then with it we can just go on id and then create the index.js. Okay, and by now I can just create a page and pin page like that. Okay, so when I'm there, what I want to do by now is display the pin as that. So to do this, I can just create the container, but the container is already created for it. So yeah, inside of it, I can create this thing. So I will create a div that will have an image. So for the image, I will take some data. So this dot data is equal to something. And when we're on it, what we want to do is to get the ID, because we want to get the ID of the current pin. So let's just say that ID is equal to your queries dot query dot ID. Because of the query is the dynamic root, we need to get the ID as we wrote there. So the ID will be that. So let's say that data image URL will be let's say that. Yeah, should be great. This will be the image. I need a title like that. I need a user, so it will be an object. I need a description like that. I need a likes count, so I can say likes like that. I can say as liked to, let's say, false at the moment. So, how is it? Yeah, I need this, so I need, I need the likes. I can add the comment, I believe. Comment will be a list of objects. Okay. And I can do on there is description. I think it should be great for the moment. I believe. We won't do the following system because it will take very long and it's not what I want to show right now. So, okay, let's just do that. So for the title, let's say I want, this is a title, great description of the picture, I believe. Likes will be at 4 at the moment as like pause for the user. So what I want is a image URL of the user. So for the user, it will be, let's say, that, yeah. So if I have this, let's rather take this to it, and then in the pin, in the feed, let's take this one. Okay, it should be great. I need a name, a username. So it will be John Doe, let's say. So I need a name. I don't need a followers. And for the comments, let's say content, incredible, and the author is Michael Scott. Yeah, it should be great. So, yeah, by now it's great. We have all the information we need. So for the image, I can just create a class name there with grid.to and a grid. So for the image, I need a class name. So let's say overflow hidden for that, and rounded pixel, and I want a shadow too. So the class name will be, I don't think we need a class name at the moment. I will leave it empty. I need an src, so for the src it will be this.data dot image URL, and let's see what we have at the moment. Yeah, perfect. Okay, so I want it maybe more rounded actually. Yeah. Yeah, I think it was the maximum. Okay. So I wanted to specify that it's in a container and it's mx auto like that. Okay. It's kind of great. It's looking great. I want shadow XL for it, and I want M on top of 8. And I want 8 to be like 1 on 2, maybe. Let's see what it's doing. Yeah, it's kind of little. 2 and 3. Yeah, like that. I like it like that. So I'm gonna leave it as it. And so we have a grid, so that's great. Yeah, that's perfect. I need it to be object contain actually. So by now we are object contain, so that's great. That's perfect. That's what we want. So I need maybe I need a saved collection. Saved collection, let's just say it's on null at the moment. Yeah. So I need that, and I need another div with a class name inside of it of p4, and I want to add h1 with this dot title. Let's see what it's giving us. I believe. Yeah, this dot title should be great though. Text black maybe. It's right. Where's the h1? Maybe because I didn't say it was close actually. Yeah, okay. So I know it's great. Yeah, perfect. So maybe rather than say it's I can just say it's a flex with some row. Okay, and for this I can just say max age of 1 and 2. Max width, sorry, on 1 on 2. So that should be great. Yeah, that's perfect. The title, yeah, perfect. So what I want, I believe, is just to get the pin there and to save it. So collection, I can say saved false, and collection title. Yeah, let's say it's saved at the moment, and collection title is cool pictures, just like that. Okay, so perfect. So what I want to do now, I will design something. So to get started with, I can create the saved just there. And then I can say p. So I can do conditional rendering there. So I can say this dot data is is collection dot saved. If it's saved, then I will display this. So this dot data dot collection and then saved. Otherwise, if it's not, I will simply say, yeah. So maybe I can just write it there. So save dot collection. Yeah, collection dot title. And if it's not saved, this data has been not saved yet. This pin has been not saved yet. So let's see what's given us right now for pictures because it's set. And if it's not, so saved false. And so it will be null. Yeah, this pin has been not saved yet. So that's perfect. That's what we want. I can add some style to it. Let's say it's a class name with P2 PG neutral 100 rounded full. Yeah, perfect. So that's kind of great. Maybe for the Y and for the X, I want 4. Yeah, this pin has been not saved yet. And I can add an icon at the end, the class name with B and then B dot collection like that. So I need to say it's flex and then add gap of 4. Yeah, perfect. I will make it centered. Yeah, so it's great. Yeah, it's perfect. It's really looking great. So it's been not saved yet. This is the title. Perfect. Yeah. So okay, I want it to be font bold and text too. So yeah, I need to say it's a flex code actually with a gap of 2. It would be great. Flex, sorry. Maybe let's say 4. Yeah. So by now we can add the description with the class name of that. And for text, this dot data dot description, just like that. Yeah, great description of the picture, perfect. I can show the user just there. So we just make a div with an image inside of it with a class name. So usually I use 8. I will use 12 for this one for the width and the 8. So width and 8, 12, rounded full and object cover. So the src will be this dot data dot user. I should call it offer actually. It makes more sense. Yeah, perfect. So I have the image URL there, and I need to have the a dot class name. I believe I will text Excel like that. Okay, and let's just say that the children is data offer and username. Perfect. So I have this, and this. Okay, that's perfect. I will add a gap on it. A gap of. I will add a flex and then center the items and add a gap of 4 on it. So that's what's given us. Yeah, that's kind of great. Maybe I should justify at the end to make this thing more spaced. I need to say that it will take the full place. I need to say that this will be with the content only. And I will put an even greater padding. Maybe I can center it. Will look great too. And maybe I can leave it on the end and say that rather than this being a container, I can say WH2, W12. 50% can be great too. Yeah, that's perfect. Yeah, it's really looking great at the moment. So for the comments, I can add the comment case. I can add the div now for the comments. So let's say for the comments, I will just map this data that comment that map value comment that I believe will return something. Okay, so for it, we can just add a comment, and then I will just return a div with the offer and the comment. Offer and p with the value and the content. So I believe it should work. Yeah, perfect. Exactly what we wanted. So for this, I can just say as its title. Okay. So for the comment, I can put it in a H4, just right there. And say I want it to be bold. I can upload the class name there. Saying that I want it to be flex and call and say overflow on Y to be auto because I want to 8 of, let's say, maybe 2/3 would be great. So let's just say that this is relative. This one is relative too. So I believe it should be great. I will just add BG of neutral 50 behind total, or is it rendering? So 1/3. Let's see what's going. Yeah, okay, that's perfect. That's what I want. Okay, perfect. So I want football for that. I want flex and then a gap of 2 between all the comments. Yeah, perfect. For this, I can say the text is Excel. I can say that the class name there is just bold. Okay, so I believe it should be something not so bad, yeah. I can add, yeah, an even more greater MB of 4 maybe. I believe it will be not that big. Okay. Okay. And for this, I can say that I want a class name saying the color is neutral. Let's say 600, but maybe only for the comment. So it should be great. That's what it's giving us. Yeah, okay. So it should be great. And by now I can remove the background. Yeah, perfect. Okay. So I can, yeah, add HR just over there after the comment. I believe would be great. Yeah, perfect. And I can now add a comment section. So to do so, I will just simply I will, yeah, I will add, okay, I know I will do that. It will be easy. I will just add a div with another div inside of it. And another div inside of it. So I can just say, in this one, like niche for anything to say about it, and add the like button. So to make the like button, I can just create a new component called like button of CC and then just return. So I need the prop. If it's liked, then I need to return children with the I inside of it. That will be the bootstrap icon. So by hertz, and then so I can just I need to know if it's liked actually. So uh, so I can say this is a new live that will have the props as liked basically by default. So I can now return new plus live with this inside of it. So this is liked, and then liked will be there. So I need to return. I need to return this like that. Okay, perfect. So then liked. So I will return this with a text color of red 100, 500, sorry. And if it's not, so like there, otherwise I would just be hurt. Full, otherwise I would just return be hurt like that. Okay, so by now what I can do too is just say unclick. I can call the event. I can call the function. This is like the toggle, and I believe we should have a like button that works. So I need to import it in the page. So we just import it like that by Pinterest / like button. And so what I need to do now is just put it there, like button, and in the props we need to specify the as liked. So I would just say this dot data dot as liked. Perfect. So by now we're just going to test it see what it's giving us. Okay, so I think there should be an error. This live is not defined. Yeah, placid live, sorry. Okay, so it, it just disappeared. That's not what I expected to do. Maybe because it doesn't exist. Yeah. So I need to look in the bootstrap icon. Yeah, I think it's earth field actually. Yeah, that's just me. Okay. Wait a minute. Yeah. Okay. So yeah, by now, if I'm looking there and I'm clicking on it, you can see that it's going as we want. So that's perfect. That's what we want. We'll see later how to call this event. So I need this like button in a div actually in the page because let's see, because I want to display it in a flex, so I can align the like count with I can align the line count with everything. So this dot likes, okay, it's there. So let's just say this. I need to put a dislikes just right there, and it will be great. It will automatically update itself without needing us to do anything. So so I need a class name, needing it to say flex and add a gap of 2 between them, the temp center maybe, and maybe a text Excel, so it should be great. I will do the same just right there, saying flex and item center, but though it, I want it to be justified between. Yeah, perfect. That's perfect. Okay. So yeah, because we don't have this dot likes, we have this dot data dot likes. Okay, perfect. Perfect. I feel like it's not really aligned with itself. Like system center, it is though. Uh, yeah. Anyway, it would be great. So I would just put it there like that. So yeah, by now, yeah, it's looking even better. So that's great. So we have the comment, we have the likes. So yeah, so that's great for the moment. We need to add the comment section just below. So yeah, let's just call it. Yeah. So I will just use the input at the moment. I will see later. So we can say input class name and specify how we want it. So I want the BG to be neutral, 200, 200 maybe, I don't know. Let's just say, yeah, 100. I want to be pigs 2, py 2, and then pigs 4. I want it to be rounded full, and I want a placeholder. Enter your comment. So yeah, perfect. That's what I want. That's why I wanted it. So I can say W full. Yeah, perfect. And between them, I can add a class name saying I want a flex and then a flex call with a gap of 4 maybe. Yeah, perfect. So by now, it could be fun to create the login page for it. So how we will do it is really easy, you will see. So in your pages, you can create a new file called login.js. Perfect. Let's be login page. Okay. And what we will need to return is a new X form. So to do that, I believe I will create a class name there. Class name there. So it will be a component. So I want to say the bg neutral of 50. Bg neutral of 50. I want the width to be 1 and 2. The 8 will be auto. I need padding of like 8. I need it to be rounded of 2 pixel. Okay. I need the shadow pixel 2. What I can do now is type h1 login to your account. Perfect. So I need to log in my. Okay, so I need to log in my account. So for that, I need a form that will send the data to our server, and then we'll respond to what we need to do actually. So to do that, there is a form. There is a form wrapper in the AH4 starter pack. So we can just call it like that. I need to import it before. So let's use it there. So there is the form and then the input. So let's just call it form. And the children will be there. Okay. And so on. Okay. So for the endpoint is like the action that you would use in normal HTML. So for the endpoint, we need to precise that it will be called on eh/eh4/auth/login, just right there. And inside of it, we can specify the input we need. So I need this input, so with the name, username. So you need to put username when using eh4 environment, but it will also check for the email. So you can rather connect with the username that has been matched or with the email too. So I believe there's a name, and then I need a label. So username, perfect. And I need a password. The password, and I need to specify the type is password for that, and then I will need my input that have the type of submit. And you can still refer to the documentation of the starter pack that isn't on Ophose. You will see that there is many features that you may like. So there's submit and it will be login. Okay, perfect. So it's great. Okay, I'll just refresh and then go on /login. Yeah, perfect. And as you can see, the password and username are already written by themselves. So that's why it was great. Let's see like everything that it is. So let me photo and give it like 4 or 5 persons, I believe. No, let's say 20. Yeah, that'd be great. Okay, so for this I want it to be fixed, and then to fix code with the gap of 4, okay. I want it to be with the text center, object with font bold and a text of 2 into going to account would be great, looking great. That's perfect. So we actually. Okay, so what we need now is to stylize this, so I can just add the class name there, class name there, and the class name there. Okay, so everything will have a class name. That's what we want. So that's perfect. I believe that this should be as the same. We add on this, so let's just copy and paste. That's what it's giving us. Yeah, that's perfect. So I want it. Let's add an MB4. Maybe let's just say it's sorry. Let's say it's what did it do? Okay. Yeah, let's say it's class name like that. Okay. We select the column. We've got of 4 in there, I believe. So maybe I would say that it's 200 to make it more visible. That's kind of actually 500, and then I should leave that as white. This is giving us. Okay. Okay, that's perfect. That's what I wanted to. Let's do the same for the password and for the input. Okay, so now we're good. Okay, so by now, let's see what it's giving us. Okay, so as we can see, the combination of username and password is incorrect. So that's what we wanted. So as you can see, you can directly edit this because you can only have class name and on this wanted it to be displayed. So I can just add maybe a 0.5 rem. And that's perfect. So as you can see, you can easily modify everything you need to. So that's pretty easy. So once we are logged in, we want to specify that. The thing is that when we are logging, we want to specify that our live variable, remember, the live that are here, we want to specify that is at this change. So what we can do is create an event with xFrom on success, and then I can put the handler just right there. So I can say that the error will be there. Live dot user dot set, and we can say r dot user. So r will be the response, JSON response if there is any, and then as it's a JSON response, we will take the user information that has been given. Has been given. So as it's a success, we'll call this event dot in we will call the event. The event on success will be triggered, and then we can get the information. So R will be the response, but we don't need it actually. What we need is just to specify that we want to use the auth environment that is right there in your environment auth.js. So you want to specify auth and then get the user. So auth.user, and then when you have it, you will just need to sorry. When we will have it, you just need to get it and then say live dot user dot set user, just like that, and everything will be working as now. So what we can do too is when the application is loaded, we need to check if there is a user. So you can copy and paste this line out there, and rather than importing And to do so, to import the environment JavaScript, you will need to type phrow slash of, just like that, and your environment will be imported. So that's what we want. So live.set user.null, and if it's null, we will say it to null anyway. If it's the user, we will say it to the user. So that's what we want. And by now we can proceed to the register page. So let's go on register.js. We can simply copy and paste there. The only thing we need to do is to create password confirm, an email there. So I can just say it's an email. And for the password, for the label, I would say email, password, and then I'd say repeat your password. I need to change the login page by register page, just like that. Okay, input and submit. Register. Okay. On success, and yeah, we can leave it like that for this one. Register. Okay, we can leave it like that. We can leave the errors too like that, so it's great. And by now, what we need to do, I believe, is just to go on register. So we have the page too. So if I just put this, it's not a good endpoint. Sorry, not a good endpoint though. So I put register there. I can just do it like that, and email is not valid. It's a good username, but the email is not valid. So as you can see, you don't have nothing to do with it. So that's really great. What I will do is just add a cool navigation in there. So in the header, I will just copy and paste the link. So I will import it there. I will import it there. I believe. Okay, it's great. So that's what I need to do right now. And then I will just say like a P thing already. You don't have an account yet, and then I will just create a new link with the href of register, and then I need to specify the class name just right there. Okay, so I can just say text spread 500, and then add a children saying register now. So if I'm on the login page there, it has been there. If I click there, it will predict me like that. So that's what we want right now. And for the register page, put it like that. Login to your account. You already have an account. So I had to specify that it's to the login we want to go now. Yeah, so right now I can just switch like that. So that's perfect. So for this one, let's just say I'm gonna call myself like this. So I would just put my contact email and let's put a random password. So it needs to be at least 8 characters. So let's see if I don't make a good manipulation. Password are not the same, so that's great. If my password is too short, it needs to be this. You see, so you do have the errors automatically. So that's great. So by now, if I'm just going there, what I want to do is just go there, and then maybe I need to go on the good page on success. So this will be great. Root.go, and for this, in the login, I also need to specify to go on this page. Maybe I need to go on the /login when I'm not registered, but then I register because I believe when you register, you're not automatically logged in. So yeah, let's just do as I did before. And then now I've been registered because there has been no errors. I should print a message, but for the moment, it's not that important. And as you can see, I've been registered there. So by now, I can just log in with the same credentials as before. And if I log in, perfect. So as you can see, now everything has been updated, and I didn't need to do anything. So that's why I was talking about. But as you can see, everything is starting to take forms, and you didn't have to do nothing in backend yet to make your authentication thing works. So that's very great. Okay, perfect. So now what we can do is the logout button. So the button is just in the base and in the header, just right there. So do you remember I said that it was useless to it was useless to add a link because we can just create an action, say add.logout, and then once we log out, we want to say the lives.user to null. So let's do it. And that's perfect. I've been redirected to log. I don't know why. Oh, yeah. I put this. Yeah, that's my fault. Yeah, by now it should be better. Okay, so I'm back. So I finally found the problem where it was coming from. So it is basically because we're returning a placid live on the page, and at the moment it's not really supported. So let's just do some changes, I believe. So rather than doing that, we can just englobe it. A div, it would be the same thing basically. Yeah. Okay. So let's just return a div like that. And like that. Okay. So basically, it's because when you're creating a live and you're trying to fetch the base. The base is now changing the live, so the node won't be the same as it has been automatically reloaded. But it is not taken into account at the moment. So let's just do it as this method, I believe. And right now, I think it should be great. Yeah, perfect. And see, while I'm going there, it's been working. So, been not logged out. Okay, so basically, yeah, I can relog in as that, and I can log out. And if I do refresh, log back like that, and refresh on that page, I will be logged in. So that's what we want. That's perfect, actually. So I can go on the pin, go there, and everything will be okay. So by now, what we need to do is collections is doing a pin collection. So I to create as previous an ID for that, and then index.js. So it will be basically a collection, meaning that it can either be your collection, or another user collection. So let's do it, and we should be able to edit and everything. So just create a page. We'd be stocking the ID there. So let's query dot ID. Yeah, sorry, I enabled Copilot. Perfect. What we need to display though is maybe the collection name. So let's just write collection. Let's just write H1. And H1 is in there. So I believe it will be collection. And then we will have the data later. So let's just create the data with the title that is my brightest collection, for example, and let's just add the pins as list and create just a div to contain my title, just right there. Perfect. Yeah, okay. And okay, adding a class name just there, so I call it customer mx auto. Okay, just right there. I believe I will make some edition button, so I can edit it. Yeah, I can edit it. So to edit it will be it will just be I with the class name up by trash, just like that. With a padding of for run full, that would be bg neutral 50 when overt. Yeah, perfect. I can say that select a space between and CDM centered. Okay, that's what it's creating right now. Okay, let's specify. Yeah, okay. Justify between, yeah. Okay, it's at center, outside. Yeah, justify between, sorry. Yeah, okay. No, I need to do PI8, and then it should be, and then I would just add a class name over there called text to Excel with font just like that. Yeah, put some right selection so as you can see. Yeah, it's because I need to precise it whether it's there. Yeah, perfect. So I can now delete it and then do it. So that's perfect. That's what we wanted. I'm about to explore and everything. Okay. So by now we have the page for the collection. I believe we need a page for your account. So you can create it at user and then ID and then index.js. Okay, perfect. Just call it a container. with MX auto. Okay, so firstly, I need a profile picture just right there, so I will just say div. And maybe I need to decide the container is not there. Yeah, I think it would be better. Yeah, so let's just put it right there. Container and MX auto. Okay, that would be the image. So the image from itself. It would be, I can close the others. So I need the header that is there and the image from the header. Perfect. As I have this, I can just leave it like that. Okay. I need the username, so I will do as previous. Let's id this.urlqueries.query.id. Okay, and then I need this data equal to this. So we have image URL that will be this. I can pass it. Offer name that is username that is let's say intro. There is also the number. So post pin count. Let's say 4 likes. Let's say 8. And we also have, so let's say maybe like count. So no, we have the likes. That will be a list of ping, and then I think we can add something that say like endpoint. Everything will be automatic, so it's not that important. So we have the like, and then the playlist, I think, like the collections. And for the collections, I have an idea how to do it. Yeah. So let's just okay. So basically, I need to display the username right now. So let's say this dot username, this dot pin, this dot image URL, and then a little div with the class name right there. With inside of it, we need the b saying the pin count. So saying like count. So this dot like count. Like saying likes, an icon saying b and b dot, and then finally the same thing for the pins. Okay, so the count and everything. Okay, so basically we have the information we need. After that, we will have the new field, and then I can add a new container in it saying h2 likes. Okay, perfect. And then I will have the collections just right there. So I believe that in the field there is for the props I can say this dot props dot max, and then if the max is not set, I can say let's say 50. Let's say 50. So by now, if I only want 10 of 10 18, I can only write that. And if I'm there on the profile, and if I'm on the profile, so let's just go on user string. I believe I didn't import. Yeah, I didn't import it. So let's just do it. Pin first. Okay. And by now, if I'm doing that, okay, there should be the picture, but I only have 10 posts. I don't want it to. But that's great. I believe that the image URL, yeah, I need to specify that is the source of the image. And I should be great for this. Okay, so to do it, yeah, okay. So let's say flex and flex column. So I want to be of 8 within each element. For the class name of this, I want it to be of width of 24 and edge of 24. I want the each element to be center as it's in column. Okay. For this, I want the class name to be font bold and then text to excel. Okay. For this, I want it to be flex to be each center and to have gap of 1 between each of them. So let's see what it's doing right now. Yeah, it's kind of looking great. Maybe gap of 8 is a little too much. Yeah, perfect. Okay, I'll just make the picture greater. Make sure it's rounded full too. Okay, maybe let's say 48 and then we'll be done with it. Yeah, perfect. Okay, so I have my code just right there. Maybe I can make it bigger. I don't know. Yeah, perfect. Yeah, it's looking kind of great, so I'm pretty happy with it. I'm pretty happy with it. Okay, so for now, I do have the like and the pins, so I'll just make it. I'll just add some M4 of 8, I believe. MT of 8 for the likes. And let's say 32. Yeah, okay, that's great. And MB of 8. Okay, for the likes, I want this thing. I think it's 2 XO, maybe 3 XO. 3 XO. Okay, perfect. So I have the likes. I will do the same for the collections, just right there. Okay, and right now, yeah, I specify I want this. Okay, and I want the collections are there. Okay, and right now we have something that looks like this. So I'm pretty happy with the result at the moment. I believe that for the collection, I will just make something to go for the collection. So for the collection, I don't want to make a one component. I think I will just create a collection like that with the title and the ID inside of it. So I can just call it my incredible collection with ID of 4, of 1, or whatever. Yeah, just like that, it's simple. Okay, so for the collection, I just will map it. So I will wrap this dot data the collection doesn't map, and then with value with the collection, I want to return. Let's say that's collection. First of all, collection is grid. It's a grid of 4 by 4, 5 by 5, maybe. Yeah, let's say 5 by 5 would be great. So I'm going to create a div with a class name. So the class name would be grid and grid cost 5. Okay, perfect. With a gap of let's say 8. And I believe that then I can just I will just open it like that. And then with the value, I want to return. So the image. I want to return. Yeah, let's say yeah, maybe that would be good looking actually. Yeah, really great. So let's just return a div with instead of it an image. So we will have the class name there. Okay, an image with an image of the first image with size of let's say first image URL. I don't want to take the same. I'm going to take this one, right? I believe, yeah, perfect. And for the first image, we have this one. So perfect. So let's say 30 is value dot first material, perfect. For the class name, I want it to take the full and the full, so we make this relative, and for the 8, let's say we want f of 48, I believe it will be the same, so it's kind of great to me. We want the object to be cover, like that, and we want it to be, okay, and there, okay, so I'm returning a new link, the hash where it will be slash collection plus the value dot id, perfect. Right now, what I'm doing that, it should be great, perfect. I don't have a connection actually. Wait, the question, not, yeah, okay, so what did I do? Use the props. Oh yeah, because I think it's, yeah, perfect, okay, it was a problem of, I think. Okay, so if I'm going on my account, yeah, it's not slash me, but slash user slash one. I'm going there. Yeah, there's a collection, so that's perfect. We need actually to say it's a container with mx auto like that. Okay, okay. Maybe I don't need that. Maybe I need to say that class name is absolute. Top is 1 and 2, and left is 1 and 2. So what am I doing? Yeah, left 1 and 2. So it should be as explain it. Okay. Maybe I can. Yeah, maybe rather than doing that, I can just say it's a flex with a items center and justify center. It's not working as I expected. As I said, then I don't think it's a problem. I'm not sure. Oh, yeah, it's all perfect. Yeah, so I can satisfy that. So right now what I can do is specify I want the text to be white. I want it to be font pixel. I want font bold too. Yeah, perfect. So right now we have the collection there. Maybe I shouldn't put that much of blur test and opacity of 75%, I believe. Yeah, well, yeah, it's looking kind of great. Yeah, I'm pretty satisfied with it. So it's perfect to it. I'll just duplicate this one, see what it is, how it's rendering. Okay, and I can add a space on the end, so it should be by 8. Yeah, perfect. That's great. Okay. So we're kind of great with it. We can go on there, and that's perfect. So right now, what I want to do is to make some so now what we have to do is a thing to create a pin, you know. So to create the pin, it will also be a form, and let's see how we're doing it. So to create a pin, let's just create a new page called create.js. Let's write Ophose, no, OCP, yeah, create pin page, just like that, okay. And by now, what we need is I'm just going to take the same thing I did in the login page. Yeah, I'm going to take everything there because I will need this and this. Okay, so by now, if we're going on create, I believe, yeah, I didn't import what I needed to. So this will be imported. Yeah, perfect. Okay. So what I want to do for this is just create a new pane, okay. Endpoint, it won't be that, so at the moment I will leave it just empty. And on success, I will have the pin, so let's say let pin is equal to let's say we have the pin, so let's just go to root.go on pin plus the pin.id. So So this thing will be great. What I need to do is to make kind of the same as I need to have a file. So for the file, I will need that. I will need the type text area for this one, and it will be the description. This one will be the title. So that'll be title, description, a submit button. We also need the file. So the file is the image, I believe. Image name image, and so the type is a file. Okay, and let's see what we have right now. Oh, fuck me. Okay, we have to make sure that it didn't change everything. Up right there. Okay, create a new pin. Into your account, create a new pin just right there. Okay, and okay. So I should be good for that, I believe. Yeah. So we have the file just right there. We have the description, the title, and then we need to create the upload file. Okay. I must just disconnect to make sure that I didn't do crazy thing. Yeah, I did remove the endpoint actually, so it's not going to work. Yeah, you see. So be careful when you're doing these kind of things. Yeah. Okay, so by now it should be there. There. Okay, perfect. So yeah, everything is working as usual. Okay, so by now I want to go on the create dashboard. And what I want to do is that if I'm not logged in, so I'm gonna use the auth. I want to redirect if I'm not not logged in. So to do that, you just have to put this, and this will work too. So if I'm not logged, then yeah, good syntax. Yeah, if I'm not logged, then log out. You will see up. When I'm doing this, when I'm going on the create, it will automatically redirect me to the login. You see? So that's what you want. So that's perfect. So as I'm there, I can log in back. Okay. And go on the create. Okay, so we have the field we want. And for now on, I believe we're going to move on the back part. So to do that, so to do that, let's create an environment. An environment called Pinterest. And inside of it, I need to put of.php file. I will put of .oconf file 2, and it should be great at the moment, I think. Okay, I will just create the /etherc and then create the Pinterest system.php. Okay, so by now, what we need to do is to create an image. So firstly, what we need to do is to play with the database to store our data. So to make this with the model, I can directly input some data. So if I want to create a base of my post, of my pin, I can just write pin, and then instead of it, I can write that pin as a storage file. So the storage is the environment storage just right there. So it has the storage that is as a file, that is a storage. So it's foreign key to the storage is required. It also have a title. It have a user. So let's call it the author, a title, and a description. Up and up. Okay, so the author is also a user. So R. The title is a virtual, let's say like maybe 32 maximum, and it is required, and the description, let's say it's a text that is not required. So I have my pin tables. Now I want the user to have some collection, so I can create a collection. A collection is a user as a user, so author is also a user. A collection can have multiple pins, so I'm gonna call it pins, and then pins will be a collection of pins, so I can write it like that, okay? And what I can do is also say that a user has a like. There is some like, so a like is basically a pin. So pin is a pin, and is also someone who likes, so a user. So I can say that is the user. I want to add some comments too, so a pin will have some comments, but as the comment is basically only offer, so it will also be a user, and it will be a comment, so content. What is written in the comment? So it will be, let's say, text. So by now I have everything I need, except that it misses something, a comment. So comment will be just a list of comments, just like that. So basically what we did there is that the storage is a table that you have with the storage that is just right there. I'm gonna just close them. The storage is a file name, a file key, and a file tab, but it has an ID. So you can identify the line in the storage, in the database, in this table, and easily retrieve it. So in the storage, you can just write it like that. The same is for the user, and the R there means that it's required. When I add some brackets at the end, it means that it's a list. So a pin will have several comments, you see? That's why it's called comments. collection will have several pins and etc. Okay, and by now, yeah, sorry. I just have the little problem, but by now, if I'm just running this command, I can create everything I need. And if I look in my database, I can just refresh it. I have everything I need. So I can look at the designer, and everything is linked between them as we need it for. So storage as a pin, and for example, we can access to it in the Pinterest like that. So what we need first is a upload function. So I'm gonna make it in PHP, right? We need to use the Ophose environment. We then return a new class that extends this environment, so that extends env, and inside of it, I will have my endpoint and my command. So at the moment, we need an endpoint. So let's create a function called public function endpoint like that, and I need to return a new endpoint. So the endpoint will be upload up. I need to create a new callback. So in SRC, so as I have the Pinterest write it like that, I need to create a new class with the namespace of Pinterest as is directly in the environment. So name class called Pinterest. And then class Pinterest like that. And from now on, I have everything I need. So let's create a function called upload. So it will be a static function, public static function, upload, okay. So when I'm uploading, I need to make sure about this thing. I will just save it from now on. Yeah, like that. Okay, so I can type Pinterest class and then call the method upload right there. And if I just go there, it will be this method. Okay, so I need to make sure the CSV ref is activated. The method accepted are post, and the required fields are so the title, the description, and the image, basically. Okay, up, and like I said, I can save it. So from now on, what I need is to make sure that I have everything. So it's already made, and I also have to make sure that the user is logged in to upload. So I can make if out from get folder of get user. So if I get the user, it means that he's connected. Get user. So I can make sure it's connected, as I said. So this endpoint will be available for him, for the user, for them. Sorry. So from now I want to upload, so I can say the username, the title is equal to request post. So title. I can also say that the description is equal to the request post description. And finally, for the image, I can say that it's the request dot file image. Perfect. So even if we had the front end verification, we need to make sure that everything is okay. So we need to make sure that the title is we need to make sure that the html of title is greater than, let's say, 0, and it's smaller than what we said before. We said 32. Okay, so and smaller than or equal to 32. Perfect. So if strlen is smaller than 0 or greater than 32, then we need to return an error. So I can return a response, a JSON response with the errors saying that the field, yeah, I'm gonna just make it in one line so it'd be greater to look. I can return, sorry, an error like that. Okay, saying errors. So the field is the title, and the title must be between 0, let's say 1 character, between 1 and 32 characters. Okay, I need to do the same for description. So let's just go like that. Okay, that's perfect. There is a trim option, so I'm gonna activate it. Okay, so the title must be between 32 characters. Okay, the description must be between 0 and, let's say, 248. Okay, 248. Okay, like that. So from now on, what I can do is that if there is no error, I can check the file. So I can say storage is equal to storage dot store. So I can store the file, which is the image. I have no ID, so I have nothing to replace. The max size, so it's the max size in kilobits. So let's say like in byte. So for the size, I'm gonna just write 1 kilobyte, and let's say 1 megabyte. So like that, okay. And for the extension, I will only accept JPEG files. So JPEG, PNG, and I don't know, WebP. So that's just for the example. So this function can return either the storage file or false if there has been an error. So if storage, I'm gonna just return the same thing. So I need to make sure I put description there. Up, okay, and I'm gonna just return the image. The image is not valid. Up, make sure it's .png, JPEG, or .webp file, and is less than 1 megabyte. Okay, like that. So right now what I need to do is then once everything is verified in there, I can start the file. So basically I need to create a new pin. So to do this, what I do is just write in I'm gonna get the let's call it Pena, a new model entity that is a pin. So from there, I can just write pin dot file is equal to storage that get ID. Yeah, so I can get the ID of the storage like that. I also need the offer. So let's say pin dot offer is equal to I will need the user just right there. User is equal to of dot of dot get user. So from the user I can get the ID. So I can say user dot ID. All right. The title, for the title I can, for the pin title I would just say it's the title, and then with the pin storage, and then with the description I can say it's finally the description. So by now I will just save it into the database, and I will create a function called get. So public static function get, and then I can get the ID like that. So what I can return, what I want to return is this is a thing to display the is that I want to display the pin. So I have every data I need just there. So what I can do is simply pass that there. Just made it like that, okay. And then from the ID, I can get the builder from the model. So I can say pin, and I want the entity that has the ID, this ID. So basically, if the ID is not the one I expect it to be, if this is not the ID I wanted, if this will return null, I can just say so the pin is this one. So if pin, so if there is no pin, then we will just return a response. Yeah, I'm returning the response there, but I need to specify that this is not going to be okay. 400 and 400 there. Okay. I need to say the response to be JSON, and then inside of it, I just say 400, and then the error is this pin does not exist. Okay, perfect. So from now on, if I want to get everything like that, it's going to be simple. Really, really simple. So I can create another function called public static function. Get called image, so I can show the image of an ID. So I can also create a function so I can also create a function pin exists. Check if pin exists. So I have the ID over there, and then I can just do that and then return pin. So I can just say if there is no pin, then yeah, perfect. So from now on, this thing will return an entity. Then zero void. Okay, perfect. Let's just say it's return model entity, and so for the type, it's going to be mixed. The ID returns the entity error to user. Okay, perfect. So now I can call this function pin is equal to self.check if pin exists, and then we have the ID there. I will do the same for it. And now what I want to do is simply storage get the pin. I can get the storage. So how I call it, the file, yeah, the file. And then I get the ID of it. And then I may just wanna show. No, it's called print, I think. Yeah, print. I'm gonna just print to the file as expected. So the print function will just display the files and then end the request. So I'm gonna just have this. So I need the image. So it's good. So by now we're going to prepare the response. So let's just say image URL is equal to, so the request will be up h4 no, it will be at Pinterest dot image and then the ID of the image. So plus ID, perfect. The title will be title will be pin title like that. The description will be pin dot description. The likes will be the like amount. So to get this, I need to create a new call towards builder model, and then the model name is pin like. So I need to put pin like where the pin, so where pin is equal to, and then I just put the ID of the pin like that. Okay. And I didn't put it, but we need to make sure that everything is unique. So when I like there, I can write unique and then say that I want the pin and the user to be unique, like that. Okay, I can rerun the create, and everything is working as expected. So I need to say pin model where pin was, so the like of the pin, and then I need to get the count. Perfect. So has like, so as I will use it several times, I can just write pin likes is equal to, and then I have it. So I would just say pin likes count, and I would say to pin likes where user is equal to this is equal to so we also need to make sure that the user right there is there, so I'll just put it there. Yeah, the user equals to user, and then we get the ID. Okay. Collection. So we now need to get the collection of that. So the collection will be like that, and then saved. So it's going to be kind of complicated. We need to check if a collection of the user has pin. So for the collection, we also need to get the collection. So let's say builder. So let's say builder model. So let's say let's say builder model collection. Then inside of it we have a pin. So it's a list. So let's say list pin. Now what we can say is to make sure. So where collection where collection so where pin RID. So RID is because it's the right column on the list table. So where pin RID is equal to, and then we say the ID, and then we say that we also want to join the collection. Join collection. Join collection. So collection needs to be joined on the collection ID. We need to make sure that the collection is joined on the offer is equal to user ID. And then we make sure that it exists. So this will be the request. So I need to say saved collection is equal to that, and then I can say saved collection exists, and I can say collection title is equal to saved collection exists too. Then otherwise we say null. So I have the first, and then I can say a collection as a title too. I forgot. And yeah, and so on. I added the title. So I can get the title from there or not at the plate. Perfect. So I have the collection. I need to get the offer now. So for the offer, let's just say that I'm going to put it like that. So image URL is going to be Pinterest / user plus user ID, and then /image. And for the username, I can write username is equal to user and then username. Okay, perfect. From now on, I can get the comments on the publication just by doing the pin comments. So I can just write pin.list as it is an entity, I can say the column name, so the column name would be comments. For the comments, yeah. So I can just get the comments like that. So if I do that, then it's comments. Okay, then I just, yeah. So I can array map as a function of comment. And let's get this like that. Okay. So for the comments, I just want to return the comment as its non-entity. I can return the comment to array. Like that, and that's perfect. Okay, so from now on, we have the get function. I'm gonna just write the cell. We just self dot get self dot get, and then I can set pin ID. So that's perfect. That's what we wanted. So from now on, we can try to upload and see what's happening. Okay. So I need to put the endpoint first. So it's Pinterest /upload like that. Okay. I can just refresh it. So I'm gonna try to see what's happening right now. Maybe okay. Okay, Pinterest, and there's the class Pinterest. Oh yeah, I didn't put the autoload folder. My fault. So in this section of the configuration, we need to put all of the folder that will be automatically load when we call the namespace. So for example, for Pinterest, I need to put src because it's the folder. So from now on, let's try, and you can see that the title can be set because I had nothing. Okay, so let's say title, description, easy, like that, okay. I'm gonna choose a file. Let's say this one. Pinterest.38. Okay, so I have the number by now. I think it has been created though, so I'm pretty happy with that. Let's just check the pin. Yeah, everything has been created, so that's great. Yeah, files is an old thing I don't use anymore. So yeah, but everything has been created, so that's really great actually. That's really, really great. So what won't it work? Oh yeah, I need to specify that I want string concatenation. So let's get some information from that. I believe from Pinterest. So from now, what I want to do is to create an endpoint for the image and the data. So it's called get and it's called image. Basically, for the get, what I will need is I don't remember how I put it. Yeah, Pinterest image and get. Okay. So for the image, I need to get the ID and I need to get the ID too. So everything will be done automatically. For that, as you can see, if I'm going on /pin and /1, I can type on Pinterest /get and then /1 and then try to see what's happening. It's because I didn't put the right function. Yeah. Okay. I need to put get there and I need to put image there. CSEref is not required for this one. I believe there can be any method though for this, and there can be any method for this, so I don't need to put it there. And yeah, okay. So we can see it better. Okay, end of the request. Anything has been returned, but if anything has been returned, it's because I didn't, in fact, which is a great sign because it means that return response.json of that. And then if I just go back there, I add everything, guys. So that's really great, actually. That's really, really great. As you can see, there is the image there, the collection there, and everything we need. So by now, why we did that before, why we did everything before, it's because now from the component that is from the page, from the page that is on pin.id, I can now return div that has everything inside of it. Yeah, that's great. Okay, so I can now return new place live with this data, and then when we have the data, we're just going to return this. Actually, I could have written there, it would be better. Return children is new place live. Yeah, of this data and then data up. We're going there. We're going there. All right. I'm going to return this. Okay. From now on, so I need to replace this with this actually, and then with it. Okay, so I'm good for that. I will just put it there, and from now on, I just need to replace this data with too far. I just need to replace this dot data with data. Okay, that's great. So I have the ID, and I can now say that this dot data, I can just keep it there, but I can also say that this dot data is a new live that is null by default. And then when I have it, so on dot pin, I can write Pinterest dot get and then plus the ID. Then when I have it, what I want to do is for the data to say this dot data set data perfect. And if there is any error, so catch, I want to go I just want to go there. Let's say 400, so it's error actually. Yeah. Anyway, we've been here. So with that, I'm kind of great. So now let's try. Let's see what it is doing. I think there won't be an image, but it's okay. So on which one I was? Slash pin and then 1. Okay, so there is an error. Property of null. Why is it null though? Oh yeah, it's because yeah, it's my fault actually. Yeah, slash pin 1. I did need to refresh it. Yeah. Oh yeah, it's because yeah, that's my fault. Return if data. So if there is no data, if the data is null, then we're going to return this with h2 saying loading. And by now, if I'm on, yeah, perfect. That's really perfect. That's what we wanted. Everything is going as we want, as we planned to. So I'm really happy with that. Okay, so that's kind of what we wanted to. Maybe let's say that. Let's say that we want to wait up maybe 1 and 2. Yeah, no, okay. So let's just say as it was before. No, it's okay like that. Yeah, that's very great. That's actually perfect. So from now on, we have everything we need. But this is not working anymore. I don't know. Maybe I didn't put as liked in the Pinterest. Yeah, it doesn't mean nothing. Okay. Yeah, perfect. Okay. So from now on, we can now upload some from now on we can upload Yeah, so that's perfect. So from now on, we can upload the image. Now, what we want to do is to integrate the like system and update everything as we need to. So to easily do that, we can create a function public static function like that will toggle the like actually, and so on. We need the ID there, and we can just call the function pin self check if pin exists, just right there. And then when we have it, we can just say pin is equal. So we can say that the like were as liked. Yeah, perfect. Liked. So like we can say that it would be equal to this. Pin likes. Yeah, I need to get the pin likes before. And I need to get the user too. User is equal to self does. Uh, Actually, I didn't check. Okay, so I can just say user n user. So when I have anytime I have user, I can just no, I need to put pin dot offer dot username for this one. Yeah, it would make more sense. Then we have the pin, what the pin like. So pin like, pin like, where pin model is equal to. So basically, what I want to do is to get this pin like. So where? So if pin like exists, so if like, if the user has liked, then we can get the pin like dot so we can delete actually if there is the like. So pin like where pin. Yeah, perfect. So we can do that. As we can create the world, so we can just say pin like is equal to new model entity pin like create pin like new model entity. Okay. We can now say pin like dot pin and user. So pin is equal to ID, and then the pin that user is equal to user ID. Perfect. And then we can return we will return response, JSON response, saying the new state is equal to like. So okay, so that's the action. Basically now we need to include it there. So and then it's the function. And by now, what I can do on the pin index is on the new button, and then I can say it already has an on click, so I can say I can add an on click there, and then I can just modify the data. So on click, I do have to call onv. I have to call the onv function at Pinterest dot and then say the so if the I can do that. Yes, my fault. Okay, let is equal to this. Yeah. Yeah, okay. So that was a stupid error. Yeah, because let you have to define it before using it. Okay, so from now on, we have a system that works, so that's really great. That's perfect. Okay, so what do we need to do now is to create a function to save the pin, but before saving it, we need to create it. So in the next, so for the next thing, we need to do the command section. So to do it, it's going to be really easy, you will see. Let's go to our Pinterest function. Let's create a public static function command. So let's say ID. So pin will be this, okay. Then I think I had the comment before. Okay, so for the comment, we need to create a point there. So comment at ID, and call the comment function. Then for the pin, we need to get the build list. So the build list will return a builder for the list, and the list. Now, so for the comment, we need to create a new comment. So first, let's say that the comment is equal to a new model entity comment, just right there. Then for the comment, we can say that we want an offer and a content. So let's say the offer is us. So get user, and then we get the ID. Next, we need to get the content. So we have to make sure that the content is actually is set. So request post, and we say the content. Yeah, let's call it content. But before we need to check it. So let's say content is equal to that. So yeah, perfect. So then if content yeah, I want to trim it. So let's say true. So if str len of content is smaller than 0 or is greater than let's say 1024, I will return a response JSON saying error comment is 2 charts with 400 like that. Okay, I'm gonna put it in one line too. Yeah, perfect. Okay, so now I have the content. I need to say that is content, and so for the comment, I can save it now. And for the comment list, so a pin has several comments. And then I need to say pin and get the build list of comments. And then inside of it, I want to insert yeah, so it would be useless, in fact. I just need to say that in the comment, yeah, I will just do a builder builder on model pin, then get the list of comments, and then I want to insert for the pin ID, I want the ID, and then for the comment, I do believe it should be a comment per ID. So yeah, if it's a list, actually it will be a pin ID over there and a comment ID in there. And so I want the comment. I can leave comment, but I want to precise that it's an ID. And then I will return a response JSON saying success comment has been the comment has been published right there. Okay, so by now we can just go on like that and make sure everything is okay. So now in the index.js, what I can do is just replace this input by not leaving this input and then adding a form maybe, and then putting just the input in there, say on submit with the event like that. And I'll say event dot prevent default. Okay, perfect. By now, what I want is to save the value input. So let's just create a new live. This dot comment value is equal to new live, and it will be empty by default. Okay, and then I need to create a callback there. So on input, I need to specify that e, and then this dot command value dot set to it dot target dot value. Okay, so by now we will have the comment on the value just right there. And so on. So by now, what I want to do is then send the comment there. So Pinterest comment on this .id, and then when we get yeah, so basically there isn't the username. So I think the data has been fetched though. If I'm there and looking there, I can see the comments. Yeah, and there is so it's in the front end, and then when I'm looking for the comment, I'm mapping the comment. Value. Maybe because it's username. I think so. Let's just check. Yeah, okay. So I'm gonna just remove the previous comment because they're kind of useless. Oh, fuck. Yeah, the comments are there. and pin comments. Yeah, okay, so I need to get them out now, and then I need to get them out now. Okay, perfect. So from now on, if I'm looking there, there will be my comment. And if I'm saying, hello, it's a new comment. Perfect. So there is my thing. I think it's not working because I need to put live.user.value.username. This should be working better, I think so. How are you doing? Yeah, and that's perfect. And the perfect, yeah. Yeah, because I need to put it as username too. Yeah, perfect. Okay. And then if I'm say I'm great, I had a bad request though. Yeah, it's because of the image, but the comments are working and they're in the database. So we're doing pretty great. We did great so far. So right now, what do we have to do? By now, what we have to do is going to the user profile, creating the user profile. So for the user profile, what we can do is for the user profile, what we need to do is simply going on the user page, which is there. And then what we need to get is the likes and the collections. So for the yeah. So for the likes, we need to do the number of pins, the likes, and the collections. So basically, to get the likes of a user, we need to create a new endpoint there. So I can call it likes public static function likes. I can write its user ID over there, and then I will basically create the same function as check if pin exists there, and I will call it check if user exists, and then model user. This user does not exist. Okay, perfect. And there I need to change it by user. Okay. And from now on, I have the user. So check if user exists, and then so if this user doesn't exist, user is equal to self like that. Okay. User ID. Okay, perfect. So from now on, we have the user. From the user, what we need to get is the is that. Okay. we need to get this information. So let's see how to do it. Right there, I'm gonna just pass it right there. Okay, so I need to return an image. So for the image, we already did it there. So I will just copy and paste it. So I will return like that the image URL, which is there. Okay, the username. Which is user and then username. I also need the pin count, so how many pin the user has created before. So the pin count will be the pin as offer. So I need to get pin count is builder model pin where user. It's not user, I think it's offer, yeah. Where offer is equal to user, user ID, yeah, and then count. So I can write there, perfect. Like count would be calculated by getting all the, so it will be the same as that. Like count. So first I need to get I need to get all the pin of user. So get all. Yeah, because yeah, okay. So user pins. So for user pins as pin for each user pins as pin. Like count, I'm gonna just say like count is 0. So I can just say now to like count to is plus equal to builder pin like, yeah, pin like where the pin is equal to pin, then I need to get the ID, and then I'm gonna just take the count like that. So I know I have the like count, perfect. And for the collections, I'm gonna just keep it there. Just keep it there. Or maybe I will transfer the data over there. Yeah, it would be great. Anyway, what we need to do now is to get the collection. So to get the collection of the user, you will just you need to find in the collection all the collection with the author. So I can create the user collection there just by saying collection where author is the user. Perfect. Okay. And then user collection, and then collections, we can say it would be an empty array at the moment, and for each user collection as collection, I can say that in collection it would be equal to title to yeah, it would be better if I get all the entities actually. Entities, okay. So collection title will be collection title, just right there. Yeah, just right there. I need the ID, so the ID would be collection ID. Yeah, okay. And for the first image URL, what I want to do is to get the image. So I need to get the pin first, but it would be easy to do. And then for the image URL, I would just pass it like that. Okay. Yeah, perfect. I would just so yeah, ID. Okay. First image URL is going to be, so the ID will be the collection. I need to get the list of the pins. So it's going to be pins, and then it's going to be 0 or let's say 1 by default, admitting there is nothing. So then I can get the ID from these entities, and then it should be great. Okay. So by now we have the collection from there, I believe. So if I go there, I will do the same as I did before, meaning like I will return new yeah, new place live this data, and then data that is there. But as a page, okay. Yeah, I'm gonna leave it like that as the moment. Okay, so I'm gonna return. Okay, I'm gonna return this, then this. That will be that, and then I'm gonna need to do like that. Okay, so basically now what I'm about to do is just return. It's going to be the new class set live with this data, and then the data will be this, so I can return this, and then from this I can like the and close it there. Okay, perfect. So I do have the data there. Yeah, okay. And then from now, what I'm going to do is just comment this section saying that this data is equal to new live with null from start, and then I need to fetch the data. So let's say when Peter user Pinterest I think it's more of the profile I made. So anyway, I will have everything inside of it. So yeah, okay. So basically, I will need to get the likes there too. So the user likes so maybe we see for like later. So by now, what I need to do is then get on the profile. So I need to create a new point there. That will be public, and this dot endpoint dot profile slash user ID. Okay, and perfect. Okay, so I will need this Pinterest profile plus ID, and then I would say return this dot data dot set. Otherwise, if I catch, it will be this. So if I catch an error, I need to go to the 404 page. Perfect. So from now, we need to set the data to the response. So let's say R, and then say this dot data set R. Perfect. Perfect. Okay, and let's see what is happening. I'm not sure it works at the moment. Yeah, because I still use this dot data. Okay, let's say data. Perfect. Let's see what's going on. Okay. Image URL network. What was there? Array online 160. Yeah. User.id. Yeah, as it's an ID, I actually need to put so yeah, I still didn't give the request back. Oh god. I will put the collections there too. So by now I should have everything. No, still not. I did have everything though, so oh yeah, maybe because I need to return. Yeah, I need to put a loading there. So if we hasn't any data at the moment, we just return a loading thing. So if I go on user one, yeah, that's perfect. I only have one pins and I have no collection. And I think I will display the likes. So at the moment, we will be able to see what is going on. The like and the post too. I need to display the like and the post. So let's do it. We're going to say that user liked are equal to so the user likes are basically user likes are only are there so I can get pin like. So builder model entities. So I can say that likes are uh, are this, and then for each user likes as like, I will add I will add the ID. So for the like, basically, I only need pin. Yeah, this thing. I need ID image URL. So I need this ID. So for the image URL, I need this. Okay, like that. At like ID, for the ID, I will have no, it's the pin, yeah, the pin ID, same for this one. Okay. So I have the pin ID. And finally the title. So the title will be like that. Okay. So from now on that I have the likes and everything, I do need to put it in the feed. So in the profile, I have the feed right there. So I need to specify the data. So I can now say that it's data.liked. So now feed. I have data just right there. And I can say that this data is equal. Maybe I will let this one, this data, this props and data. Okay, perfect. So for this, I would just hide it. So if it's not set, it will be empty by default. So I should have one like list. Yeah, I didn't include the likes, so it won't be working actually. Yeah, my likes are still empty. So I would like my on post. Then if I just go there, yeah, that would be the like there. So that's perfect. It's working as we expected it. And I have my likes there. I will need to create a new button, but that's perfect. So for the collection, so I have the likes that are displayed there. So let's now do the collections. So let's just create a link for the create button. link with the same as this. Okay, and then I can say error 8, okay, and create like a plus with a plus button that will redirect us on the create page. Okay, so now if I'm there, I'm there, and if I'm there, I can go there. So that's pretty easy to do. Pinterest, so yeah, there won't be nothing at the moment. I'm gonna just create a super pin. This pin is way more complicated actually. So I'm gonna just add the image, and let's say that this one is great. Yeah. Uh, yeah, I think there has been a little bit of error, but that's okay. So we have the pin there, and from now on, if I just go on my page there, that will be all of my pins. So that's great. With the likes that are updated, if I go there, I can leave a super comment, and everything is working well. I can refresh it. So we're pretty good on it, you know? So I think I'm gonna leave you with that. So now we can go on the feed. So I I will just create all function. So public static function all that will return every post. So basically, to get them all, what I can do is simply copy paste this, because this is what I need. And then for posts, and then I can return posts, or maybe let's call it pins. Pins, all pins. Yeah, okay. So pins are just that, okay. And then I have all pins just right there, okay. And let's say that all pins are builder model pin. So we get the pin, we get all the entities, and just by doing that, I can return a response on JSON saying that pins are that. Okay, so from now on, if I go there on the index, Pinterest.profile, okay, this dot all pins is the same as that, the new life, which is null. By default, I can launch then these two requests, Pinterest all, and then what I can do is that I can just create a new place live with this dot all pins, and then all pins out there, right there. Okay, so it should be great. Yeah, I will need to get this dot all pins just right there. Okay, so it's even more better. All pins. So then all pins are set. Then I return a new feed saying that data are all pins. Otherwise, I just return loading. So we will be great with that. It will be really great. So that's perfect. And then Pinterest, and then say the response this dot all pins dot say r dot how did I call it? Pins. Yeah. Okay. R dot pins. Okay. So we should be great with that. I think so. I need to create all just right there. Okay, and now if I go on the localhost, where is written? Yeah, so it didn't work as previous. Yeah, okay. Oh yeah, that's because I'm in the profile page. Yeah. Okay. I will just erase what I did before. Okay. So yeah, I just mistook. Yeah, I need to place my feed right there. So I will just say that this dot all pins yeah is just this thing. So all pins are null by default, and then I will just load them from this endpoint, and if user saying that data is all pins. So I'm gonna check all pins there. I'm gonna say this dot all pins too. Okay, so that's great. And from now on, if user n, if user, then we will return that. Otherwise, if user, yeah, I think that we can display this by default. It should be great. So if user n all pins, then the all pins. So by now, if I'm doing that, there's an error. Okay, so what's the error? On the Okay, so what is going on? Oh yeah, it's because I need a pin right there. So uh, I need to put it like that. So by now it should be better. Yeah, perfect. So that's perfect. So as you can see, we created a really easy clone of Pinterest, but we did great things with the Ophose framework. I was so excited to share with you my knowledge on how to do that. I don't know, to be honest, how much time I've been recording this, but it has been a really long time. Hope you guys enjoyed it, and let me know for features that you would like to see in this framework.